Hey guys, it's Sarah from Strange Magic. I wanted to do a kind of quick pick a card today. Um, and I wanted it to be messages from the divine. So messages from spirit regarding a situation. So this could be anything. It could be career related, job related, but just kind of some, I guess, extra advice, extra little glimpse that maybe you weren't aware of. So we have three piles. So each pile, I'm going to turn the card over in a moment so you can, um, actually, no, I'm going to leave them down. So we'll do that. I'm going to leave them down. These are from the Hekatean path, Oracle of the Hekatean path. So we'll pull over your oracle cards. You can choose by pile number or by crystal. So pile number 1 has this Larkovite crystal. Pile number 2 has this Kambaba jasper. Forgive me on pronunciation. And then pile number 3 has this tiger's eye. Okay, so choose your pile intuitively, and I will timestamp it below and meet you there. We'll do your oracle card first, see what that says, and then clarify with some tarot. This is for entertainment purposes. Not every message may relate to you or align with you. If that's the case, it may just not be your reading today. It is a collective reading, so it's a lot of people's different energy, and it may not always relate. Keep in mind, it's a divination tool. Take everything with a grain of salt. And I will see you at your pile. Thanks. Hey, Group 1, if you chose the Larkovite or the first card, this is your reading. We're going to flip over your oracle, and I am going to read from the booklet on these. So your card is number 44, Asteria and Dreams. It's like really pretty artwork. So I'm going to read that passage from the booklet. Asteria Dreams. And please forgive me ahead of time with pronunciation on this. I'm trying to get better about it, but I am not the best always with pronunciation. So just kind of be mindful of that. Okay, number 43, Asteria Dreams. Hecate's mother was the Titaness who presided over nighttime divinations through dreams and the stars. Her gifts were passed to her daughter, who was known as the sender of nocturnal visions. Dream symbolism is immensely personal and can be a channel of communication from the spirits and the divine. Take heed of your dreams, ask for insight. Hecate can help you decipher the code of your subconscious. Okay, so we're going to set your stone and your card off to the side, and we're going to get into some tarot. Okay, Group 1, so sorry about that. I had to pause to get my setup. I got some lighting, so it's a little cozy, but it is getting dark where I'm at, and I didn't set my lighting up, so I apologize. Okay, Spirit, what clarify dreams for Group 1? What does Group 1 need to know about their dreams? Spirit, clarify dreams for Group 1. Page of Wands in reverse. Okay. I'm sorry, guys. I like messed up my deck. Okay, there we go. I'm going to take this back because I think I had half of it in reverse from when I was picking up from another reading earlier. Okay, well, this one fell out reverse. 4 Pentacles in reverse. Okay, we're going to leave that. The rest is upright. We'll see. Well, hopefully. Okay, Spirit, clarify dreams for Okay, Seven of Pentacles in reverse. I don't know. King of Pentacles came out. Okay, he wants to be upright. Okay. Spirit, clarify dreams. Queen of Wands. Okay. Spirit, why the Four of Pentacles in reverse? What does group 1 need to know? Why the Four of Pentacles in reverse? Five of Wands. Okay. Spirit, why the Seven of Pentacles in reverse? Ooh, okay, that's one. Queen of Swords. Okay. Why the King of Pentacles? The Hermit. Okay. Why the Queen of Wands? Four of Wands. Okay. Okay. So with the Four of Pentacles in reverse, and then this Five of Wands, which Five of Wands is like competition, right? Rivalry. You can see all these five women. They're all depicted differently. And they're all going, you know, kind of against each other, right? They're all fighting for the same thing. Four of Pentacles reversed is like a really big focus on materialism. So in conjunction with your dreams oracle, I'm wondering if you're having dreams about work or a past job. Maybe you're in the job market and you're having dreams about a job because you're so caught up in it. Like you're so caught up in the job search and the competition for the job search, or maybe even the competition within a workplace. Some of you, I'm feeling like you're dreaming about a past job that really kind of left a bad taste in your mouth. And then the Seven of Pentacles in reverse. So, you know, the Pentacle suit is about stability, right? Being grounded, having success financially, you know, that type of energy. So in reverse, it's always a kind of a real conjunct energy, right? So Seven of Pentacles typically is you're really kind of sowing your seeds, right, of success kind of deal. Well, in reverse, you're being impatient. And Queen of Swords is very assertive, truth-seeking. So you have that air energy and you have fire energy, but then both of the earth energies, which are grounded, are in reverse on this side. So something is out of line. Something is out of balance for you. So with sentiment, I feel like you're either... I don't know. I feel like you're either being too assertive in the workplace, or maybe you're procrastinating on a job hunt because you know it's not right for you. I'm picking up on that. This is coming through very career oriented, and it's in relation to your dreams. Like you recently went through a big change. I don't know if this is going to relate to everybody, but it's like you went through a big change, like a recent job loss, and you're having dreams about that job and the competition in that job. You know, you were there for the money, for materialism, right? You weren't there for your health. King of Pentacles is very grounded. So that makes me think there is either a figure there, someone there that you really looked up to, that you thought was really grounded. And now, or you thought you were the King of Pentacles there. I'm kind of getting that too. Like it was a well-paying job. and you did feel successful, but now that you're not there, you're kind of in this hermit mode where you're seeking, maybe doing some inner work, what's going to put you on the right path. And the Queen of Wands, so the Wands is very creative energy. And again, this is very like confident. She looks very confident. I apologize for my raggedy nails. She looks very confident, and she's very creative. And then under her is the Four of Wands, which is like a celebration. So it's making me think that you are having dreams about a past job, and it's making you feel some kind of way. Like, oh no, maybe I shouldn't have left that job. Or, oh, I really feel like I made a mistake. Like maybe you got into an argument with someone there and they cut ties because of that, or it kind of pushed you out the door. And you keep dreaming about it because it's heavy on your mind. But that is not the direction you need to be in. I think Spirit's kind of coming through and telling you you are more of a creative type. And that's where you're going to get that Four of Wands energy, is from a more creative type endeavor instead of a very typically grounded type job. Like, I don't know why I'm hearing like operations role, or maybe even like an office type position. I'm hearing those kind of jobs, and there's a lot of competition for them, right? And I'm feeling like now this kind of upheaval happened, and now you're dreaming about it because it's fresh. Like this recently happened, and Spirit's kind of coming to you and telling you in your dreams because of how you felt. They're like, no, this isn't, I know you may think this was the job for you and like it's a loss, but it is not a loss. So let's see. Spirit, clarify the Queen of Wands and Four of Wands. Spirit, clarify the Queen of Wands and the Four of Wands. King of Wands, yeah. Okay. All right. Spirit, give us one more card for guidance. Spirit, give us one more. Okay. Yes, I'm sorry. You need to go in like a creative endeavor. And the card that just tried to peek out to while I was pulling that one out, where is she? Was death. So this card was peeking out. Death signals change, the death of a former self. You are not an office person. You are not an administrative person. Yes, you were very good at your job, but and I know this is like grounded energy, right? But you can see this is, about success. This is about putting in the time and effort, right? And new doors opening and new success coming in. And, but she's painting. So it's a creative endeavor that I think is going to not only fulfill you financially, but also on a soul level. And I think you're very stuck. You're at a crossroads because I think maybe in theory, like if you talk to, I don't know why this is coming through for some of you, but it's like you talk to your parents and they're like, well, you should probably take this job. You don't know if another one's coming on, which I understand, right? But we can't operate from a place of fear. That doesn't mean you should go out and be careless. Like if you're without a job, yeah, you need to watch your finances, or maybe you do have to get a job just to get by. But this is what's going to fulfill you. Some type of creative endeavor. And it very well may be painting, maybe like photography, maybe like art tutorials on YouTube. I'm hearing that for some of you. So, all right. So that's what I have for you, group one. We're going to do one little treat. I'm going to use the pendulum board and the pendulum. Let me pause you real quick, and then I'll have you ask your question. Okay, group one. I just have to say when I paused it paused at 11:11. So I love that. This is a pendulum board. In a moment, I will notify you if you need to pause the video so you can ask a question, but it has yes, yes, check again, no, no, possibly, possibly, days of the week, planets, zodiac signs, numbers, runes, the alphabet, and months. All right, so okay. Group one, if you want to go ahead and pause the video or think of a question. All right, and now we're going to get started. Okay, so sorry, I'm like out of breath. Okay, so it swung on possibly, but more on this side. So possibly on this side falls between Thursday and Wednesday. So that could be of some type of significance. The sun and the moon, as well as what? Mars, Venus. Well, all the planets really are in there. And then, well, I guess if we go, I want to go from this mark. So sun, moon, what, Mercury, Mars, and Venus. Correct me if I'm wrong in the comments. Sorry, guys. And then the letters X, W, V, U, T, S, R, U. And then the months, April, May, June, or July, may have some type of significance. Okay. So that was just a quick reading today, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. If it resonated, let me know in the comment box below. Let me know if you like this format or if there are other formats. Also, let me know any topics. I also apologize. I did not use my mic today. I will use my mic tomorrow. So the sound may be off, and I will also go a little bit earlier in the day and have my lighting set up. So I apologize for the lighting as well. All right. Well, thank you for spending any time with me at all. I appreciate you, and I will see you at the next reading. Hey, group two, if you chose the Kambaba Jasper or card number 2, we're going to flip over your oracle, and then we'll go through some tarot cards as clarifiers. And at the end, we will use the pendulum board again to let you ask a question. So your oracle card is number 30, and it's the full moon and illumination. All right, so I am going to read from the book. So this is the Oracle of the Hekatean Path. So I'm going to read I don't know what I'm trying to say. I'm sorry. I'm going to read the description of this card is what I'm trying to say. Okay, full moon illumination. The beauty of the full moon energizes, and motivates us. We can learn much when working with the lunar energies and employ the fullness of power to materialize our desires. This is also a time of pure adoration for the goddess, bringing clarity and evoking powerful dreams. Your psychic abilities may be stronger at this time or indeed need development. Hecate shines. I cannot talk today. I'm sorry. Hecate shines brightly on your endeavors, granting wisdom and revelation. I really like that card. Okay, so we're going to move that over and we're going to get some clarifiers. So, Spirit, please clarify the full moon card for group 2. What does group 2 need to know? Please clarify the full moon card for group 2. Okay, so 2 cards popped out. The moon. Cool. Okay, and then Knight of Cups. Okay. Spirit, please clarify the full moon card for group 2. Two of Wands. Spirit, please clarify the full moon card for group 2. Queen of Pentacles. Okay. Spirit, clarify the moon. Three of Swords. Okay. Spirit, clarify the Knight of Cups. Ten of Swords. Spirit, clarify the Two of Wands. I'm gonna redo because that was an accident. Okay, Spirit, clarify the Two of Wands. So 2 cards came out. We have Temperance and then also the Seven of Wands. So Temperance and Seven of Wands came out. Okay, clarify. Okay. 3. No, I'm not taking those. Okay. Spirit, clarify Queen of Pentacles. Okay. 1 card. Thank you. 6 of Cups. Okay. So right away, at least... Okay, so the moon is all about illumination, right? And the moon in traditional tarot is really about what the other side of things, right? So illumination, shadow work, you know, dreams, illusions, like kind of the duality, if you will, of what a situation can be. How we don't always see the true situation at first. So that with the full moon, which blatantly says illumination, makes me think there is something, and I'm hearing inner child, that like shadow work that you need to work on. So directly under the moon is the Three of Swords, which traditionally is a heartbreak card, right? You're hurting over something. And I feel like a lot is going on here. So the Knight of Cups is typically like a love offering, right? Like one coming in quickly. And then below that is the Ten of Swords, which is, it's an ending. So I almost feel like you have been kind of ignoring, and I don't know if this will apply to everybody, but I am getting an energy like you have been ignoring issues that you need to work on, and instead you've been hyper fixated on a romantic interest. And then now, for whatever reason, I think you thought you were going to be getting your Knight of Cups, right? It was going to be coming in, but for whatever reason, that didn't work out and it's done. So now you have new beginnings, or maybe it's still kind of lingering there, but it's not what you thought it was. So these 2 cards here kind of back to back make me think that something's ending, something is not what it seemed. Now, whether that's like, I'm kind of getting the feeling like something didn't take off. Like you thought you had this romantic interest. Maybe you guys were flirting. Maybe you guys like had a really deep connection and you thought something was going to happen and it did not. And now it's kind of, it's just kind of changed its trajectory. But you still have this shadow work that needs to be done. And it's making me think that it's stemming from a mother figure and your childhood. So 6 of Cups is that like playful, you know, like you can see it's like 2 children kind of playing childlike figures, and you can see what kind of looks like could be their childhood home in the back, right? And then the Queen of Pentacles is like the stable mother figure. So it's making me feel like maybe you had a tumultuous I can never say that word. Maybe you had a difficult relationship with your mother figure, and that's what you need to kind of do the shadow work on. My cats are in here and they're using the scratching pad, so I apologize for that sound. Then here we have where you need to make a decision, and I think it's a decision on whether or not to work through these issues, which I strongly suggest. I'm not your psychiatrist, right? And I'm definitely not a professional, but it's only going to benefit you to try to work through them. And as someone who has a lot of these kind of issues, I understand avoiding it and not wanting to dig into it. Temperance is all about balance, right? So you have a decision to make that can balance. So maybe it's something like a weekly appointment with a therapist or something like that where you can get it out then, or a time of day that you can journal about it, like doing like some shadow work prompts in your journal, but it needs to be a balanced set time. That way your whole day doesn't unravel. You're not like going into like a heartbreak spiral, right? Because full disclosure, that is sometimes something I fear, right? I'm like, oh my God, if I start trudging up all these memories, I am going to be in like a downward spiral and not like the awesome Nine Inch Nails album. So anyway, then we also have Seven of Wands here, which Seven of Wands, it's fire energy, but Seven of Wands is more about defensiveness, and so it kind of makes me feel like, I'm sorry, I'm like bumping the table. Oh, sorry. It makes me think that you're kind of wanting to avoid this situation. So let's get some clarifiers. I kind of want clarifiers on this situation. Spirit, clarify the Knight of Cups. Clarify the Knight of Cups and the Ten of Swords. Ten of Pentacles. Yeah. I think you had kind of like a delusional... that sounds really rough. Let me not say delusional because I don't know the situation. But I feel like you thought you were going to have this whole picture here, this whole family stable with this person, and for whatever reason it got halted. And then you're at this new beginnings, which looks painful, but it's a good thing, right? Change is always good in one way or another. So that's kind of how you have to view it. Let's, Spirit, clarify... Clarify the Three of Swords for group 2. King of Pentacles. Yeah. I think you thought this was going to be your stability, and it went a different path, whatever that may be. The underlying issue, though, is not this. This is the only cup. Well, no, it's not. I'm sorry, I lied. This is one of the only cups in this reading, but this is the only kind of love offer type cup, right? So it makes me think that you were kind of putting all your eggs in this basket to avoid having to think about this kind of yucky stuff. But that's what you need to, I think that's what the moon is trying to illuminate to you, is that there is maybe some shadow work regarding a mother figure and your childhood that you need to work through. So then you are going to be in a healthy enough place to meet your King of Pentacles or your Knight of Cups or whatever, and get the Ten of Pentacles, Ten of Cups, you know, the whole shebang kind of deal. So, okay. Shadow work and working through childhood wounds. I like it. All right. Not really. It's difficult, but I like it. All right, so now we are going to, I'm going to pause the video and have you ask a question momentarily, and we'll use the pendulum board. You can see it has yes, possibly no, check again, days of the week, planets, zodiac signs, numbers, alphabet, runes, and then months. So let me get our evil eye pendulum. And if you want to pause the video, go ahead and pause it real quick to focus on a question, and then we'll get started. Okay. Okay, that one was coming out kind of hard, but I got possibly again. It was kind of going towards no, but I felt like it's more towards possibly. So with that, possibly falls there. So the day Sunday, the number 0, what is that? Aries and Taurus. I do not know runes, so I apologize. I will learn for the future, but these runes or the month of November and December. So if that has any significance for you. All right, that's what I have for you, group number 2. Thank you so much for any time. The month of November and December. So if that has any significance. All right, that's what I have for you, group 2. Thank you for any time that you took with me today. If this reading resonated, please like, share, subscribe, comment down below. Comment if you like this layout, if there are any other layouts you would like, types of topics, anything at all. And I will see you in a future reading. Hey, group 3. So if you picked the Tiger's Eye crystal or card number 3, we're going to flip over your oracle and then I will read you the description. So you have, this is a very pretty card. Hecate's Wheel, number 41, and it's cycles. So let me flip to that page. Okay. Hecate's Wheel, cycles. The Wheel of Hecate evokes motion and serpentine energy. Our paths are not linear. They are repetitive, and we sometimes lose our direction, causing us to retrace already familiar ground. The serpentine energy of the wheel can usher in transformation, allowing you to shed the old like a snake sheds its skin. Oh, that's beautiful. What habits do you need to break? What messages do you need to take heed of? What lessons do you need to learn? I like that. Very introspective. Okay, so now we're going to pull some tarot for clarifiers. Spirit, please clarify Hecate's Wheel for group 3. Knight of Pentacles. Spirit, please clarify Hecate's Wheel for group 3. The Moon in reverse. Spirit, please clarify Hecate's Wheel for group 3. Clarify cycles for group 3. The Lovers. Spirit, please clarify Hecate's Wheel for group. Let me retry on that. Please clarify Hecate's Wheel for group 3. Clarify cycles for group 3. 9 of Swords in reverse. Okay. Spirit, clarify the Knight of Pentacles. Ace of Wands. Spirit, clarify the Moon in reverse. King of Cups. Spirit, clarify the Lovers. Spirit, clarify the Lovers. Four of Swords. Spirit, clarify the Nine of Swords in reverse. Strength. Okay, so, I mean, you have three major arcana cards. Okay, so Knight of Pentacles is typically kind of the slowest moving knight. And it's in conjunction with the Ace of Wands, which is about kind of new creative, like, inspiration. So something is moving slowly creatively, but something's causing that. So the moon in reverse, you know, the moon upright is all about illumination, you know, kind of the shadow self doing the work, dreams, illusions. But in reverse, it's kind of like refusing to see something as it is, or refusing to acknowledge the truth about something. And then there's the King of Cups, which is like the lovey king, right? So, and it's like emotional stability, empathy. You know, the whole cup suit is a very like, it's the emotional suit. So you are either refusing some type of feelings about something. You are refusing to acknowledge them. And then we have the Lovers, which is, you know, duality, Gemini energy, the Lovers. So, right, like love messages, alignment, you know, kind of like balanced energies, like healthy masculine and feminine energies. With it being Gemini, consequently, it also has a, oh my gosh. Okay, I just noticed this. So the moon is Pisces energy. The Lovers is Gemini. King of Cups is a water sign. So Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. And then the Four of Swords, which is like about rest and introspection, is air energy. So Libra, Gemini, and Aquarius. Sorry, I drew a blank there. So I am almost wondering if you are quite literally refusing to see something about a King of Cups. And like you are in this, but you need to take a little bit of retrospection because you're not seeing someone for either who they really are or you have misunderstood the situation. And because you're so caught up in this, it's pushing pause on this, which could be like your creative endeavors. Maybe that's how you make your money. Like you're a creative, whether, you know, you work in some type, I'm hearing marketing. But then I'm also hearing like an actual content creator. But your creative inspiration is going kind of slow. And I think it's because you're hung up on this. So then we have the Nine of Swords in reverse. So typically Nine of Swords upright is about anxiety and worry. Well, in reverse, it's like hopelessness, despair, and then strength is underneath. Which is good. So that's Leo energy, fire energy. You're feeling really hopeless about something. And I don't think it's quite this situation. I think you're so caught up in this that that's kind of what you're feeling hopeless about. So let's see, Spirit, clarify the Moon in reverse and King of Cups. That popped out like immediately. And it's the Page of Pentacles. Okay, so let's see. Spirit, clarify the Lovers and the Four of Swords. Spirit, clarify the Lovers and the Four of Swords. Ten of Pentacles. Okay. Spirit, clarify the Knight of Pentacles and Ace of Wands. Spirit, clarify the Knight of Pentacles and the Ace of Wands. King of Pentacles. Holy cow. So both these came out in the last reading. So if you were also drawn to pile 2, you might want to look at that. So King of Pentacles is about stability. You're trying to build some type of stability, but this is all up in the, I don't know, it's just creating like a, I'm hearing like a ripple effect in your life. So I think you're hoping something will work out with this person. That you're gonna get your Lovers, and you know, your Ten of Pentacles is wealth, family, inheritance, that kind of thing. Okay, I want to clarify. Spirit, please clarify the Nine of Swords in reverse and the Strength card. Eight of Swords. You feel trapped. Maybe you're in a situation. Okay, I don't know why this is coming through as well. So Page of Wands is a messenger, right? So in theory, it means manifestation, solid beginnings, but quite literally looking at these cards. So if we look at these, you know, a page is under a king in the suit. And while both figures appear young, the younger appearing one is the page. And technically by suit, he would be under a king. Well, pentacles are earth energies. Do you have an earth energy that's holding you up? That, or you think is holding you up from this situation? And then this is about feeling trapped. So that's kind of what that made me think of. Like you are actually this energy, like you are the stable one. And I think you have an emotional connection to someone that is a water sign. And there is an earth energy that's holding it up. But I think the connection is not what I hate this, but I'm hearing like you think it's like your soulmate, but maybe it's not that. Maybe it's to get you like a karmic connection almost, but not like a bad karmic, like to get you out of this situation to where you can find your Lovers, take some introspection, figure out what you want, balance your energies, and then you'll have your Ten of Pentacles. But you feel a lot for this person, whoever this is. It's very like, I can feel it in my heart. It's very like soft, like tender type energy. So I just want to get one more card because, okay, Spirit, what is one more clarifier? Give us one more clarifier for Hecate's wheel cycles. Okay, so 2 popped out. 2 of Swords, it's a decision you have to make. 10 of Wands is burden. You're carrying this person. You got to figure a way to get them out. I don't know why I'm hearing that they're living with you and you are not, like, you're not into it. You're into this person, even though this is kind of like a dream. Okay. So cycles, everything's going to change. You got to shed your snake skin. You got to move on. You're carrying this burden you're trapped, and you're carrying this person. That is what I'm gathering. So I don't know who needs to hear that. That's very specific. But you have Two of Swords. You're indecisive and you're scared to make a move. And I think it's something related to this person. Not like you're afraid to break up with them or separate from them or anything. I think they have kind of been like a child to you. And that's what's making it hard. And that's why you feel trapped, you feel burdened, you've been carrying them. Okay, that is a really random, very specific message for group 3. And I am definitely picking up some emotions between a Gemini and a water sign. So, okay. Now final little treat. I'm going to pause. I'll tell you to pause the video in a moment. And I want you to ask a question. We're going to use a pendulum board. No, possibly yes, check again. Days of the week, numbers, planets, zodiac signs, runes, the alphabet, and months of the year. So with that, go ahead, group 3, and pause the video and think of a question. Okay, that's a yes, but it's on this side. So it's more on a Thursday, but some on the Friday. So Friday or Thursday may be significant. That is what, Saturn and Jupiter? Correct me if I'm wrong. So maybe those 2 planets there. So I'm just kind of going up like this. So then we have the letters J, K, L, M, N, O, P, and Q. And we have the very beginning of September, August, and the month of July. So if that has any significance to you. All right, that's all I have for you, group 3. Thank you so much for any time that you spent with me. If this reading resonated, please leave me a comment below. Like, share, and subscribe. Let me know what types of readings you would like. Let me know if you like this format. And I will see you in a future video. Thank you.